April 28, 1967. Muhammad Ali says one word, no. Within 1 hour, his career is destroyed. Within 10 years, he changes what it means to be an athlete forever. This is how he did it. Before Muhammad Ali, the world had clear rules for athletes. Stay in your lane. Play your sport. Don't talk about politics. Don't challenge authority. Be grateful for your success. Entertain us, but don't make us uncomfortable. Black athletes especially had one rule. Be like Joe Louis. Quiet, humble, grateful, patriotic. Don't threaten white America. The deal was simple. We'll let you be successful in sports if you don't challenge anything else. Stay in the boxing ring, stay on the football field, stay on the basketball court. But stay out of politics, religion, and social issues. Then came a loudmouth from Louisville, Kentucky, who said, I'm going to be myself, completely, unapologetically. And if you don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. Muhammad Ali didn't just break the rules. He obliterated the entire concept that athletes should be silent, grateful, and apolitical. He proved that sports and politics can't be separated, that being an athlete gives you a platform, and using that platform for justice is not just acceptable, it's necessary. This isn't the story of a great boxer. This is the story of how one man made it impossible for athletes to hide anymore. How he forced every athlete after him to answer the question, what do you stand for? And how he paid everything to do it, then won it all back. To understand what Ali changed, you need to understand what came before him. 1950s, 1960s America. The civil rights movement is exploding. Black Americans are fighting for basic rights to vote, to eat at the same restaurants, to attend the same schools, to be treated as human beings. But black athletes? They're expected to stay quiet. Joe Louis, the greatest black athlete before Ali, was the model. When Louis fought, he represented America. When he won, white newspapers wrote that he was a credit to his race. He followed the rules. Never gloat, never speak out, never challenge the system. Even in victory, be humble. Even with a platform, stay silent. This was the deal. And most black athletes accepted it because the alternative was losing everything. Then in 1960, an 18-year-old kid named Cassius Clay wins Olympic gold in Rome. He comes home to Louisville, Kentucky, a segregated city, wearing his gold medal with pride. He tries to eat at a whites-only restaurant. They refuse to serve him. Olympic champion, representing America. Doesn't matter. You're still black. Get out. According to some accounts, young Cassius threw his gold medal into the Ohio River in disgust. Other accounts dispute this, but the symbolism matters either way. That moment breaks something in him. He realizes, they want me to represent America, but America doesn't want to accept me. Most athletes would swallow that pain and keep quiet. Cassius Clay decides to become Muhammad Ali and burn the whole system down. Cassius Clay is 22 years old and the new heavyweight champion, having just destroyed Sonny Liston, the most feared fighter in the world. The day after winning, Clay does something shocking. He announces he's joined the Nation of Islam, and he's changing his name to Muhammad Ali. White America loses its mind. The Nation of Islam is considered a radical, separatist, militant organization. They preach black pride, black self-sufficiency, and that white people are devils. They reject integration. They reject the turn the other cheek philosophy of Martin Luther King Jr., and the heavyweight champion of the world, the most visible athlete on earth, just joined them. Newspapers refuse to call him Muhammad Ali. They keep using Cassius Clay. Commentators call him a traitor, a racist, a threat. Politicians demand he be stripped of his title. But Ali doesn't back down. He says, Cassius Clay is a slave name. My name is Muhammad Ali, and if you don't respect that, you don't respect me. This is revolutionary, because Ali is asserting that he controls his own identity, not white America, not the boxing establishment, not the media. He's saying, I'm not going to be the Negro you want me to be. I'm going to be the black man I choose to be. And then he does something even more radical. He starts talking, constantly. I am the greatest. I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. He's bragging, boasting, being loud and arrogant and confident. Everything black men were told not to be. White America hates it. But black America? They're electrified. Because Ali is saying what they couldn't say, being what they couldn't be. Proud, loud, unapologetic. Ali is changing what it means to be a black athlete. Hell, he's changing what it means to be black in America. But his real test is coming. February 1966. Muhammad Ali receives a letter from the U.S. government. Report for military induction. You're going to Vietnam. This is the moment every athlete fears. When your beliefs collide with your career. When the system demands you choose your principles or your success. Most athletes choose their career. Ali chooses his principles. At a press conference, a reporter asks Ali about the war. Ali says words that will echo through history. Man, I ain't got no quarrel with them, Viet Cong. No Viet Cong ever called me nigger. Boom. In one sentence, Ali destroys the entire justification for the war. Why should black Americans fight for freedom in Vietnam when they don't have freedom in America? Why should they kill Vietnamese people who never enslaved them, never lynched them, never denied them rights? It's a question white America cannot answer, so they punish him instead. April 28, 1967. Ali reports to the Military Induction Center in Houston. When his name is called Cassius Clay, he doesn't step forward. He refuses induction. Within 1 hour, the New York State Athletic Commission strips his boxing license. His heavyweight title is taken away. His passport is revoked. Within 24 hours, every state follows New York. Muhammad Ali, undefeated heavyweight champion, age 25, in his absolute prime, is banned from boxing. He faces 5 years in federal prison, a $10,000 fine, complete financial ruin. And Ali says, I will not disgrace my religion, my people, or myself by becoming a tool to enslave those who are fighting for their own justice, freedom, and equality. Do you understand what just happened? Ali sacrificed everything. His title, his income, his prime athletic years, his freedom, everything. For a principle. This is the moment that changes sports forever. For the next 3.5 years, Muhammad Ali cannot box, cannot fight, cannot earn money from the only thing he's ever been great at. He's 25 to 28 years old, the prime years for a heavyweight boxer. The years when Ali should be defending his title, earning millions, cementing his legacy as the greatest. Instead, he's banned, blacklisted, targeted. The FBI opens a file on him. They tap his phones. They follow him everywhere. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover personally labels Ali dangerous. Not dangerous because he's violent. Ali never threw a punch outside the ring. Dangerous because he's influential, because young people listen to him, because he's inspiring others to question authority. But Ali does something brilliant. If he can't fight, he'll speak. He goes to college campuses, Harvard, Princeton, Howard University. He gives speeches about the war, about racism, about justice. He debates professors and politicians, and he's good, funny, charismatic, articulate. He destroys the stereotype that athletes are dumb jocks. He proves you can be a fighter and a thinker. The establishment tries to silence him by taking away boxing, but they accidentally give him a bigger platform. Because now Ali isn't just an athlete talking politics, he's a political figure who happens to box. The anti-war movement grows. Martin Luther King Jr. speaks out against Vietnam in 1967, citing Ali's courage as inspiration. College students who initially mocked Ali start protesting the draft themselves. Public opinion slowly shifts, and the government realizes they can't break Muhammad Ali. He's becoming more powerful without boxing than he was with it. Meanwhile, Ali is broke. His first wife divorces him. He's supporting dozens of people, family, friends, hangers-on. The Nation of Islam takes most of his speaking fees. He's selling everything he owns just to survive, but he never backs down, never says, "I made a mistake," never apologizes. And then, in 1970, the tide turns. Public opinion on Vietnam has shifted. The war is now deeply unpopular. Ali's stance, once considered treasonous, now seems prophetic. Atlanta, Georgia gives Ali a license to fight. Not New York, not Las Vegas. Atlanta, the Deep South. The irony is thick. Ali returns to boxing. He's slower, you can see it. 3.5 years of exile damaged his legs, but he's still dangerous. He wins his first fight back, then his second. He's working his way back to a title shot. Then comes the biggest fight in history. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. March 8, 1971, Madison Square Garden, the fight of the century. Both undefeated, $2.5 million each, the biggest purses in boxing history. The entire world is watching. Ali loses. Frazier knocks him down in the 15th round. It's Ali's first professional defeat. The media gloats. The draft dodger got what he deserved. Karma caught up with him. Ali should have kept his mouth shut. But 3 months later, June 1971, something more important happens. The United States Supreme Court rules 8-0 in Ali's favor. His conviction is overturned. The government's persecution of Muhammad Ali is declared unconstitutional. Ali was right. The government was wrong. History vindicates him. And Ali isn't done, because losing to Frazier lit a fire. He fights his way back, avenges the loss, and in 1974 does the impossible. He defeats George Foreman in Zaire the Rumble in the Jungle and regains the heavyweight championship at age 32, 7 years after they stripped his title, 7 years after everyone said he'd never be champion again. Muhammad Ali proves you can stand for your principles and still win. That's the message that changes everything. So what did Muhammad Ali actually change? Everything. Here's how. 1. He made athlete activism possible. Before Ali, athletes stay silent on social issues. After Ali, athletes have to take positions on social issues. Ali proved that athletes are more than entertainers. They're human beings with platforms and voices. And staying silent is itself a political choice. Every athlete activist after Ali, from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Colin Kaepernick to LeBron James to Megan Rapinoe, exists because Ali broke down the wall between sports and politics. When Colin Kaepernick kneels during the anthem to protest police brutality, people say, athletes should shut up and play. But Kaepernick can even make that gesture because Ali proved athletes have the right to protest. When LeBron James says, "shut up and dribble," in response to critics, he's channeling Ali's refusal to stay in his lane. Ali didn't just inspire athlete activism, he made it impossible to avoid. He made neutrality look like cowardice. 2. He changed black identity before Ali. Black success means assimilation. Be grateful, be humble, don't threaten white comfort. After Ali, black pride, black confidence, black unapologetic excellence. Ali said, "I'm black and I'm beautiful and I'm proud." In the 1960s, this was revolutionary. Black is beautiful wasn't yet a slogan. Ali helped make it one. He didn't code switch, didn't soften his speech, didn't make white people comfortable. He was himself loud, confident, Muslim, pro-black, and forced America to accept him anyway. Every black athlete who celebrates after scoring, who speaks with confidence, who refuses to shrink themselves, they're walking the path Ali cleared. 3. He redefined masculinity. Ali was beautiful. He said it constantly. "I'm pretty." He cared about his appearance. He was fast and graceful, not just strong and brutal. This challenged the traditional image of masculinity, especially black masculinity, as purely physical and aggressive. Ali showed you could be a devastating fighter and a poet, physically dominant and intellectually sharp, tough and beautiful. He expanded what it meant to be a man, particularly what it meant to be a black man in America. 4. He changed global politics. Ali's impact went far beyond America. When he refused to fight in Vietnam, he became a global symbol of resistance to American imperialism. In Africa, Asia, the Middle East, colonized and formerly colonized people saw Ali as a hero. He was the American who said no to America's war machine. When Ali fought in Zaire in 1974, 60,000 Africans chanted, "Ali Bomaye," Ali, kill him. He wasn't just a boxer. He was a symbol of black power on the global stage. Ali helped redefine how the world saw black Americans not as victims, but as resistors, not as subordinates, but as equals demanding respect. 5. He proved sacrifice can win. This is maybe the most important change. Ali proved that standing for your principles, even when it costs everything, can ultimately triumph. He lost his title, his prime years, his income, but he won his dignity, his principles, his place in history, and eventually he won everything back. The title, the respect, the recognition. He proved to a generation. You don't have to choose between success and integrity. You can have both, but integrity comes first. That lesson echoes through every social movement since. Every person who's risked their career for justice can look at Ali and think, if he could do it, maybe I can too. But we have to be honest. Ali's revolution came at enormous personal cost. The government's persecution damaged him. The stress, the exile, the financial ruin, the constant surveillance and threats. He kept fighting long after he should have retired because he needed the money. Those later fights, brutal, punishing, caused brain damage that led to Parkinson's disease. By his 40s, Ali's speech was slurred. His hands shook. The man who was once the fastest, most graceful athlete in the world could barely move. Some people say Ali sacrificed his health for boxing. But that's not quite right. Ali sacrificed his health because the government stole his prime years. If he could have fought from 25 to 28, he could have retired at 30 with his legacy and health intact. Instead, he had to fight until 39 to make up for the lost time and money. The system that punished him for his principles also destroyed his body. But here's what's remarkable. Ali never expressed regret. Even when he could barely speak, even when he was shaking, he maintained, standing up for what he believed was worth it. In 1996, Ali lit the Olympic torch in Atlanta, the same Olympics that once meant so little a restaurant wouldn't serve him. The world watched him shake and struggle and light that torch, and in that moment, everyone understood. This man gave everything, and he'd do it again. So how did Muhammad Ali actually change the world? He gave us a blueprint for using fame as a weapon for justice. Step 1. Be undeniably excellent. Ali wasn't just good at boxing, he was the best. You can't ignore excellence. His talent gave him a platform that couldn't be taken away. Step 2. Use your platform even when they tell you not to. The system wants athletes to entertain and shut up. Ali refused. He understood. If you have a microphone, use it. Step 3. Be willing to sacrifice everything. Ali didn't just talk. He put everything on the line. That's what gave his words power. He proved he meant it. Step 4. Stay consistent. Ali never wavered, never apologized, never softened his message to make people comfortable. Consistency is what builds credibility. Step 5. Outlast the opposition. The government tried to break him. The media tried to destroy him. He outlasted them all, because truth has endurance that lies don't. Step 6. Turn your persecution into power. They tried to silence Ali by banning him. He used that platform to speak louder. He turned his martyrdom into mythology. This is the blueprint every athlete activist since has followed. It's also the blueprint for anyone trying to use their platform for change. Ali didn't just change sports. He changed the entire relationship between fame, platform, and social responsibility. Here's the final truth about Muhammad Ali's impact. He made it impossible to separate who you are from what you do. Before Ali, you could be a great athlete and a terrible person. You could be successful and unprincipled. You could entertain millions and stand for nothing. After Ali, people ask, what do you stand for? Athletes are now judged not just on championships, but on character. Not just on talent, but on courage. Not just on what they achieve, but on what they believe. This is uncomfortable. Many athletes wish they could just shut up and play. But Ali made that impossible. Because once one person proves you can use your platform for justice, staying silent becomes a choice. And choices reveal character. Muhammad Ali changed culture by proving that being great at something gives you a responsibility to be great at being human. Not perfect. Ali made mistakes, said things he later regretted, hurt people close to him. But committed to something bigger than titles and money and fame. He showed us that sports matter not because they're an escape from the real world, but because they're a reflection of it. That athletes are not just entertainers, but human beings with dignity, beliefs, and responsibilities. And he showed us that standing for something even when it costs everything is the only way to be truly great. Not great at boxing, great at being human. That's what Muhammad Ali changed. Forever. If Muhammad Ali's revolution inspired you, subscribe for more stories of legends who broke the rules and changed the world. Like if you believe athletes should never stay silent. Comment, what would you sacrifice for your principles? This is the channel about people who refused to accept the world as it was and forced it to become something better.